Hi, welcome back. I'm going to share with you how you can achieve your full potential as a leader over the next 30 days with one simple tool that will change everything for you. So let's dive in. More important than what has happened to you or what didn't happen to you, more important what you did or what you didn't do is this question. Who are you becoming as a leader? Who do you want to become as a leader? In French, they have a word that's called raison d'être. It's kind of fun to say. You might want to try it. Raison d'être, which simply means this. What is the purpose for your existence? What is the purpose for your existence as a leader in your personal life? Because as you understand this purpose, I believe we're not here on this earth to whine, complain, witch, moan, point out the negative, be cynical, be sarcastic, allow fear to rule our lives. Instead, the goal is to live an amazing life as a leader and in your personal life as well. To be amazing. Because what is the point if you're not trying to do something amazing with your life? Really, what is the point? You get one life. Live this thing. Be amazing. I have a question for you. 30 days from now, what regret would you have as a leader if you didn't do something about it right now? It will happen if you don't do something about it. What regret would that be for you? Now, I want you to identify a word, one word, or a sentence if you'd like. One word that would be the opposite of that regret. This is who you would like to become. I was in Belize speaking. This was a few years back. And I went up to a gentleman. He had his carvings all over his table. And this was out on the islands. And I went up to him and said, hey, can you help me find the perfect souvenir? And the guy stood up, put his arms straight out. He had dreadlock hair, shorts, flip-flops on, and he stared at me for what seemed an eternity. And he said, my friend, your worries are over. And I thought, oh no, they may just be starting. He walked around his table, and if you had somebody recently invade your personal space, this guy came up so close to me, I thought he was going to try to kiss me. And I'm going, dude, back off. What are you doing? And then he picked up this very carving. And he said, can you see it, man? And I'm sitting there, yes, I can see it. He said, are his eyes open or are they closed? And as I'm looking at it, I'm overthinking it. And I thought to myself, well, they appear to be open. And I can still see his long, gnarled finger poking at me on my chest for points of emphasis. And he said this, and you, hitting me on the chest, he said, and you are the sleeping prince. And it is time for you to wake up. I fear that you forget that you are one of God's beautiful creations on this earth to do some things that only you can do. And if you don't do them, this world will be worse off because of your selfishness. At this point, I'm going, I'll change. Just give me the mask and I'll get out of here. He wasn't done with me. He then grabbed my hand. I'm not used to strangers grabbing my hand, getting in my personal space, and he put it on my heart and he held it there for what seemed an eternity. And he said, do you feel that? I'm going, yes, I do. He said, that is your heart. And your heart beats today for a reason. And you must find out why. Because it's within the why that your purpose will be had today. He then said, hell will be meeting the person that you could have become. And the contribution that you could have made. And then he stepped back and he very plainly said, now do you want it or not? I bought it. Of course I did. And he wouldn't budge $1 on the thing. Not $1. Full price for this thing. But I got an experience. He rattled my chain and he got me to think about a few things. So before I share with you the strategies that you can apply immediately so that you can become, I want you to click subscribe below. Everyone here on this YouTube channel is a member of the National Speakers Association, and it's been one of the greatest things I've done for my career, and I highly recommend you join us as well, and we can help you on your career. So here are a few takeaways that can help you become your full potential as a leader. Number one, this buddy of mine in Belize, he shook me up to the core. I thought I was down there to teach. Wrong. He taught me more than I ever taught anyone there in any audience in Belize. Number one, he said this, I fear that you forget who you are. One of the key components of being a leader is understanding who we really are. Because when you forget who you really are at your core, you then become who you aren't. Number two, he talked about this idea that you have a purpose and a reason, raison d'être, the reason for your existence. And it's important to connect with that purpose because it gets us through the tough times. Number 3, he talked about the idea of becoming. Who are you becoming? An acorn does not go out and gather more potential to become a mighty oak. It's already there. It just needs to be unleashed. And that's one of the key components as you walk on your journey as a leader, understanding you already have what it takes. It's just planting it and fertilizing it and allowing yourself to become the very best version of who you are in this moment. Lastly, he said this, you've got to contribute every single day as a leader. How can I contribute to my employees, the company, the organization, whatever it might be? That idea of contribution is critical. I was coaching a leader. She was at a lower level. She was now moved up to a senior level, and she was petrified. She had earned her stripes as a leader. People loved her, and yet she got in here and she forgot who she was. She forgot the potential that she had, and she was frozen. She was afraid to speak up in meetings. She was afraid of failure. She was afraid of being rejected. And so we simply went through this idea to help her connect to her one word, the opposite of her regret that she refuses to live with, to unleash her potential to become the very best version of herself today. And I had her push the pause button when she felt insecure, that self-doubt that we all feel from time to time. Push the pause button. Take 3 slow, deep breaths. Slow down. Connect to that core. So then I helped her to learn a simple tool where you push the pause button. You just push that thing. Push the pause button. Take 3 slow, deep breaths. Slow down. Slow down. Connect to that core of yourself, that one word that you want to become. Breathe that in. Feel it throughout your body. And then take honorable action. Now, over time, as she did this, it was amazing because she stepped into her full power. She stepped into love, she stepped into courage, and she stepped into her full potential. Because the goal here is simply this. I want you to live an amazing life. Because what is the point if you're not trying to do something amazing with yourself as a leader and with yourself in your personal life? So if you'd like to learn more about this and to go deeper into this, I have a free gift I'd love to give you. All you need to do is click the link below. In this mini course, I will show you 3 major things. Number 1, help you understand exactly where you're at. Number 2, help you understand exactly where you'd like to go over the next 30 days and to give you a tool that'll help you get there so that you can get to the end of your day, look back over that day and answer this question. Was I glad I lived the life I did today? Because that's the ultimate goal, to get to the end of your day, look back over it and say, I'm glad I lived the life I did today.